You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.
Good day to you all. Welcome to the new. I'm your host, Randy&April. Uh, well, it's been what, a week, 2 weeks almost. So, if you don't follow our Facebook page, the new Now Equipped with Wisdom or Randy&April on Facebook, under our parent show, our parent page, TECN TV, then you missed a phenomenal, spectacular mini show last week. But before I get into that, it's been a busy couple of weeks, and I got a busy couple of weeks ahead. So next week I will be out of town, so I will not be on air. I apologize in advance. I'm sure you will not miss my ugly face, so you'll be all right. But no, we're on day 4 of the impeachment of President Donald Trump, and things been getting a little testy over in the House, well, in the Senate, excuse me, but by the House, meaning the House managers have been getting a little testy with the Senate, and so it took Chief Justice Roberts to step in on the first day and say, "Hey, what y'all doing? Yeah, this that. We ain't having that. What y'all do over in the House, that's your business. But we over here and we about to do this thing. I'm not be a party. I'm not about to be a party shenanigans. So kill it. Don't blame them." So, but anyways, I'm not gonna get into the impeachment thing at all. Not even a little bit. Not today, anyways, because it's day 4. I will let the opening arguments, because each day has three. Each side has 3 days to give their opening arguments, 8 hours apiece. And yeah, I'm not even for the. I attempted the other day to watch. I want to say about an hour and a half. I got into it, and with all due respect to Representative Schiff, I just couldn't take it no more. And I can see why the headlines are rolling in. People are drinking the Republican side drinking milk to stay awake because they can't have anything else in the chamber outside of water and milk. That's it. And it's an interesting history behind why that is. So I encourage you to research that. Why is it that the Senate, well, in Congress, you can only have either milk or water? Research that. Drop comments in the feeds once you find out, and we'll talk about it. So, but anyways, uh, so the what was I? Yeah. So they're drinking milk, playing with fidget spinners, which I have one somewhere around here. Here we go. Don't ask me why I have this. But so I can totally get it why. It is actually entertaining, when you're playing with it. But anyways, but that's what's going on over in Congress. Of all the things to be done, we're playing with fidget spinners, drinking milk, and talking for 8 hours about why somebody shouldn't be in office anymore. But okay, anyways, like I said, I'm not even going to get into impeachment no time soon. Maybe it's going to be a couple of weeks. Maybe it's going to be a month. Maybe it won't even be at all. You all are grown folks, and I expect you to do your due diligence, to do your homework, do your research, and follow what's going on with your country and our government. So, anyways, yeah, touch base on last week's mini show that we did on Facebook. A good friend of mine, her and I, and April was up in Germany last weekend. I was up there for business, and we was having dinner. When we go up there, we try to link up and hang out with folks that we know up there, and she just so happened to be closer to the area that we were staying in. So we all went out to dinner and just catching up. We talk all the time. We all talk all the time, but we just catching up personally, face to face type of thing. And she's Jewish, and I have another friend that's in the area that's Jewish as well. They grew up together, but they're not together. So that makes sense. But anyways, so we was talking at dinner and everything, and it just sparked a curiosity in me to start asking questions about Judaism. Being Jewish, and because it was some things going on in the restaurant, and then the waitress that we had, it was the food that we was ordering, so it all kind of like blended together. So it was kind of like, well, why do you feel that way, and why did you order it like that, and so it kind of got to that level of fidelity that the conversation sparked, and it just got so intriguing that I was like, you know what, man, we need to. I do a show, that of course, and we need to talk about this. You need to come on the show. Let's do a show right now, and let's talk about these things. We kind of like regurgitated a little bit of what we talked about, but during the mini show that I did on Facebook, it was actually we actually treaded off into a different territory of questioning. So we did not already have previously discussed some of the things that we talked about on Facebook. But no, but my whole point of this is that being Jewish in today's society, anyways, is not really all that different than any other religion, any other modern religion, or people that are practicing their religion. They still got kids to raise, still got a spouse to deal with, to love, You still have a spouse to love, okay? And so, we all go through, our day to day trials and tribulations, and so to have that one on one intimate conversation about the life of being Jewish. JW did a phenomenal job. She was totally against doing it. She was like, no. I'm not doing that. Nope, I know where your stuff goes, and no, I'm not. Nope, I'm not even going to get involved. I cannot do that, whatever. And so after about an hour of convincing, I was like, look, it's not going to be anything like that. Just a open, candid discussion about you, your perspectives, your beliefs, and what it means to be Jewish. That's it, you know. And nonetheless, not only about being Jewish, but living in Germany, modern day Germany, not Nazi Germany, but living in Germany now. And when you're out and about, and it is clearly evident that you are Jewish because you're wearing uh, jewelry or whatever else, or you may talk with a different accent. You're not talking, although you may speak German, but you're not talking in a per se, traditional per se, German accent. So it kind of begs the question, like, okay, what are you? You don't look the part. So it's like, okay, what are you? And then you get into that conversation and everything. And they're like, oh, Jewish. And so it was very interesting. And if you want to check that interview out, you can go to our, like I said, go to our Facebook page and check it out. I may try to extract that and add it onto our YouTube channel, Randy Perham on YouTube. Just type it in, you'll see the channel pop up, and you can subscribe and follow what's going on. You know, like I said, you know, every now and then I will be doing little mini shows like that. I would most likely be doing just through Facebook, and then try to extract them and put them on the YouTube channel, or I may just do them on do it off air, off segment, and post them that way too. So you never know with me. Got a lot going on. So, but nonetheless, it was a great interview, and I was truly appreciative of the opportunity to have that discussion, and nonetheless, not only that discussion, but to be able to capture that discussion and to share it with you all. So, but anyways, we're gonna jump to commercial break. We'll be right back after this short message. Stay tuned.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.
CPAC 2020, February 26th to the 29th. In Gaylord, at the Gaylord National Resort, 201 Waterfront Street, National Harbor, Maryland, right outside Baltimore, not too far from DC. And that will be hosted by the American Conservative Union. I highly encourage, if you are in the area, if you are in the state, even if you're not, and you have nothing else better to do, you have exactly 1 month and 2 days. Actually, I'll take that back. 1 month and 1 day to book your flight, get down to Maryland, and check out the CPAC 2020. Seats are filling up, booths are filling up. And if you want to know more information, you go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com to get more information and to find out how you can contribute to our efforts for TECN TV, the Exceptional Conservative Network, on how to get there, how to support us in our endeavors in supporting CPAC 2020. Once again, that's February 26th through the 29th, 2020 at the Gaylord National Resort. Beautiful place. Been there a couple of times. It is awesome. You will have a great time. 201 Waterfront Street, National Harbor, Maryland, 20745. You can Google map it, get there, and support not only the American Conservative Union, but support the Exceptional Conservative Network through www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.
Hey, welcome back. So, as you all may know, there is the Wuhan coronavirus running around right now, stemming out of China. Now, folks, I'm not going to say don't panic, but don't panic. made no sense. But don't panic because simple protective measures: face mask, wash your hands, take vitamin C tablets if you have to. You know, make sure you're eating right, you're eating healthy. Uh, be cognizant of your surroundings, of who you're around that may be sick, whatever else, and you know you'll be okay. I mean, the viruses come and go every year, all the time, all throughout the year. So this particular strain, however, is pretty deadly to cause a international like outcry, if you will. You know that, oh my God, this thing is like super serious, and people are going around canceling their travel plans. So far, there's been 26 deaths related to this. I'm gonna say just for the simplicity of it all, this super virus. It's an upper respiratory infection, and China, several cities across China have went on lockdown and canceled or suspended transportation due to this particular virus. So um, once again, just simple sanitary habits. You know, we have a bad habit as people, as humans, to not wash our hands when we're dealing with ourselves and dealing with food or shaking hands and everything else. You know, I keep I keep a bottle of hand sanitizer right here on my desk, and it's almost empty because every time I'm sitting here and I'm fiddling around with something because I eat in here and playing with my remote control and drinking and everything else. So I tend to pick up the hand sanitizer pretty much every time I'm about to touch an orifice on me because I'm dealing with so many things. So it's just those little things that will help, you know. But nonetheless, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families and the loved ones that have been lost to this tragic illness. And I encourage you all to, like I said, implore, you know, those common sense sanitary habits, washing your hands, you know, making sure you're not um, doing things or touching things that you shouldn't be touching, and being around people that you shouldn't be around. You know, if you see somebody that you know somebody's sick and you're like trying to be, you know, all lovey-dovey with them and everything else, you're just taking that and spreading it to somebody else. When anytime April is sick, I'm like, hey, stay the hell away from me. You know, but move. You know, and the same thing, she does the same thing to me. You know, we respect that boundary because we both are always out in the public eye. So if one is sick, we try to do our due diligence by staying at home if we can. If not, you know, we let people know, hey, we're sick, you know, I'm sick, stay back, you know, whatever else, and I have to be here at work, you know, you know, type of thing, and it's all good. So once again, yeah, this super virus that's going around in China, it has actually spread. Now it has made its way over to the United States. Today it was confirmed that two cases have been confirmed in the United States. One being in Chicago this evening, being of a 60-year-old woman. There's no prognosis as to her condition as of right now, but however, nonetheless, this super virus, this upper respiratory infection, better known as the Wuhan coronavirus, has made its way to the United States. So, folks, once again, please be careful, be safe out there as you're traveling around. I'll be on travel next week myself, and then a couple weeks later, I'll be back in the U.S. You know, so I'll probably be amongst that anyways. So it is what it is. But moving on to the Davos, Switzerland, the World Economic Summit that's going on this week, and it was a lot of heat in the room. No pun intended. I had to find a way to plug that in there. I'm sorry. But no, seriously, a lot of world leaders was at this summit in Switzerland, Davos, and Greta Thunberg, the 16-year-old, I think she's now 17. I think she just had a birthday. Environmental activist was there as one of the speakers and everything else. And bless her heart, you know, I make jokes about her and everything else, but she is doing her thing. You know, I will give her credit, and she just recently last year, at the end of the year, made Time Magazine as Person of the Year and all that good stuff. So I bring her up and I mention her because she, regardless of who is in her face, regardless of the things that are being said that's being said about her, she stands her ground. She holds herself very, very well, especially for essentially a teenager. You know, she's not an adult yet, but as a teenager, you know, most kids, they kind of cower down a little bit. They're like, hey, why are you picking on me? But she's been holding her own, you know. So I commend her for that because you don't find that too much these days. I'm just being even with adults, adults our age, you know, you just don't find that. So I commend her for that, and that's what I want to. I just want to touch on that with in respects to Greta Thunberg. Keep doing your thing. You know, maybe we don't agree with you. We just don't. But keep doing you, okay? You know, and that brings me to the next subject: climate change, folks. All right. So, what can we do to prevent climate change? No, the camera's not frozen. I was legitimately asking a question, and that silence means that nothing. Nothing. We can do nothing about climate change. It has happened for millions of years before we even got here. Okay, it's just part of the cycle of the world, and we like to conflict these ideas of, you know, we're contributing to, you know, these global disasters that's going on and everything else, and it's simply, I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm not gonna say it's not true. Maybe we're accelerating it a bit, very minutely, because if you actually compare yourself to the rest of the world and the things that you're doing to in the world, you're not making that much of an impact. You're just not. Even if you take a whole continent of people and they're doing all the same things that's destructive, they still not making that great of an impact. Maybe for their immediate area, sure, okay, fine, I concede to that. But nonetheless, the climate change overall, the idea of it. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying it's not real. But what I'm saying is that the human factor in it is very, very minuscule. And even scientists have alluded to that. They're just saying, hey, you know, yeah, we ain't doing that much, but we could do better. Yeah, we could all do better in a lot of things at the end of the day, you know. But I would say, you know, just something to think about. You know, we the climate change, as climate's changing, so does the habitat, and perhaps we're crossing into. And I talked about this before. I just want, like I said, I just wanted to touch on it real briefly. The climate change ordeal, it might be just one of those cycles that we just so happen to be living through. That's basically Mother Nature's way of saying, "Hey, it's about time for y'all cats to go." You know, we gotta. It's time for us to evolutionize things, and so I mean, embrace it with a smile. You know, we all got to die from something. You know, whether we contribute to that ourselves, or another external factor, you know, influences that. That's neither here nor there. But one thing that I would say is, we're talking about climate change. We talked about global warming. We talked about global cooling. We talked about um, what else? Greenhouse gases. We talked about the ozone layer. You notice no one's talked about the ozone layer anymore. Hmm. I've been on this planet long enough to kind of seen all four talking point cycles happen. Global cooling, global warming, climate change. Oh, well, let me back up. Ozone layer being destroyed and creating, you know, these extra sun rays, and now we're into the greenhouse gases, going into climate change. All these things, yeah, they tie together because guess what? We're going into that cycle of the world in our lives that we're about to be wiped out. Yes, it's about to be Armageddon for real, for real. Get over it. You know, if it happens, it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. We're not gonna send people in a spaceship to go stop climate change from happening. You know, one day we're just going to wake up, the sky is going to open up, the sun is going to beam really bright, and that's it. Maybe. Or, as we see going on currently around the world, you know, the fires, flash floods, buildings just randomly collapsing or randomly exploding and everything. We don't know. But what we do know is our time here will come to an end, whether we like it or not, whether we think we can stop it or not. That's just nature. So don't be surprised when you start seeing, and I already made jokes about this. I ain't gonna say jokes, but I already talked about this as well. I also made jokes about it. This new generation of folks, I think they are part of the next evolution of people. Just think about it. Just something to think about, folks. Just something to think about. I'm just saying. So get mad at me all you want. Anyways, but on the climate change and what's going on around the world, Australia, unfortunately and tragically, a water tanker airplane crashed carrying 3 American firefighters, and they perished in that crash just day before yesterday. And our thoughts and prayers go out to those families and loved ones that were lost that experienced that loss. And the wildfires that's going on in Australia is getting increasingly more and more devastating every day. And I hope and pray that there will be some kind of remedy that comes along to help quell these fires, because Australia's not that big. Number one, let me show you a picture. I'll show you a picture what this looks like. If I can find it here. It's about time for me to clean out my cache of pictures. Okay, here we go. So if you understand the proximity, or I should say the place in which the wildfire Australia sits in the world, this is a satellite image of these fires that's currently going on in Australia. A satellite image, thousands of miles above Earth. That's a good at least 30,000 feet, maybe 50,000 feet. Image of what's going on over in Australia right now. I make the joke about, you know, climate change and global warming and everything else, and it's not a laughing matter, because I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's going to happen, you know, regardless of human factor or not, whether it's divine intervention to destroy the world or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, to have the unfortunate opportunity, that's what I'm gonna call it, the unfortunate opportunity to live through and see this take place, come to fruition, it should be a wake-up call to people that, you know, you need to get right. You know, your time and your day is coming. And so, like I said, my thoughts and prayers go out to the Australian people. Hope that they get the help that they need and get this thing under control ASAP, because next thing you know, Australia will become the former continent of Australia, because everything's going to be burnt up and uninhabitable. You know, I seen pictures the other day and videos of kangaroos and koalas and everything else leaving out of the forest. It was like something out of the Jungle Book, the live version of the Jungle Book, where, you know, the little boy, I can't think of his name right now, but he was holding a torch, and they look, and the animals look back at the forest, and they see it's on fire, and they're looking at him like, really, guy? And he's like, I didn't do this, you know, I was just holding this, like, you know. So it was kind of like reminiscent of that scene. So, but anyways, we're gonna jump to commercial break, or I should say our music break. But this is gonna be a very special music break, because I'm gonna discuss this very song after it's over when we come back. So stay tuned.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American president of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012, I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can, and everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke, I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own, ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name, I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just wanna keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't wanna see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the 3rd branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.
Hey, welcome back from that extended break. That was Yellow Pain, not full color yellow, full spelling of the color yellow. It's YELLO, yellow pain, one word. With My Vote Don't Count. And that's the name of the song. You can check it out on YouTube, download it to your playlist, whatever you want to do. But anyways, no, I played that song, and it was sent to me the other day by a family member. I'm not going to say the relation, and it was captioned with, not by them, but it was captioned with, "Wow, I did not know this." Folks, this goddamn 2020. The hell you mean you? We digress. The hell you mean you didn't know that? You know, come on. I get very, very passionate about this. I really do. So I'm gonna try to contain myself here for the next few minutes while I talk about this. As he said in the video, and it's a great song, and this is why I played it, is because it's a great song. It reminds me of the days of Schoolhouse Rock. If y'all old enough to remember, or young enough to recall it because you're so old that you don't remember it. If you're in that paradox there, you know what I'm talking about. Schoolhouse Rock, the little 30-second cartoon that came on and explained real briefly how our government works on Saturday mornings during the cartoons and stuff. I remember them very vividly. How a bill works, you know, how Congress is set up, how the Constitution means. I remember those. So maybe you know what? I got you. Don't worry. That's what I'm here for. So, anyways, the music video. This video I just played. Great video. Great song. Great lyrics. I mean, it was. I digress. Great messaging overall. However, I do have a problem with some parts of his message. He tended to harp on blaming a system and relegating things to welfare and criminal justice system. I don't know if you paid attention and caught that. He blamed the problems of society or on people on people things that people are going through in society on the system in reference to those particular things, welfare and the judicial system. Not once did he say, hey, you know, it's our responsibility to make sure that we're not getting caught up in these things, and that's why we need to vote, because we need to pay attention to these politicians and hold them accountable to make sure that they're bringing jobs into our community and everything else. None of that was said. So I'm not going to dissect all of that, but I just want to highlight that, throw that out there for you all. And the other point that I want to make on this video, and I'm not critiquing, I'm not criticizing the video. I'm just highlighting some things for you to think about in terms of the messaging that is being put forward to people when they see things like this. When they're encouraging people to vote and they're sending a message, you have to be careful on what message it is that you're sending. And it goes back to this video where he's saying things about, he just keeps harping on the president in the first couple of like the minute and a half. He was talking about the presidency. And then he transitions and says, screw that guy, whoever it may be. We need to be paying attention to the Congress and our local officials. Totally correct, but incorrect. Pay attention to it all. Okay, so and I just, like I said, I just wanted to touch on that because I thought it was very important that this video not only is shared because it's a great thing. It is a great marketing tool for voting. Number one. Number two, we're in that day and age of social media, music, rap, and everything else that, excuse me, that this kind of music, albeit positive for what it's worth, is getting across to people to make them think and make them want to get involved in the political arena, whether that's as a voter, as a grassroots worker, or you know, into being a politician himself. So nonetheless, good intentions, kind of flawed on the messaging a little bit, and that's okay. That's okay. He's young. As he gets older, gets around a little bit more fluent people in that arena, I'm sure he'll be okay. So, but anyways, that it's education is free. Yeah, you may pay for a class here and there, but all in all, education is free. When you get out to talk to people, you're sitting at the computer or your phone, researching things, looking stuff up. trying to figure stuff out, it's free. It's the only thing that costs you is your time. And we all like to say, time is money, money is time. Yeah, got that. But however, it's how you invest your time to produce knowledge that you can apply to something to make money. See how that works? So research, education is free. Just don't take the word of somebody else as that's it. That doesn't mean anything else. So, folks, that is all the time that I have this evening. I should have a few more minutes, but that's all I want to talk about. Take care. God bless you all. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you all in a couple of weeks. In the meanwhile, don't get too spazzed out over the impeachment trials. And yeah, be safe and God bless you all. Take care. Have a great weekend.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.